Hello, my loves. This is Luna Celestine, and for the past 10 years, I've walked alongside the stars, reading the movements of the cosmos, guiding souls through the shadows and the light of their karmic paths. And today, I come with a message that cannot wait. Leo, I say this with a heart that does not wish to frighten, but to awaken. Karma has reached its boiling point in your life. It's not punishment, not revenge, but the natural echo of every choice left unhealed, every truth avoided, every heart broken without remorse. For too long, you may have danced with the illusion of invincibility, believing that consequences were only for others, not for you. But the universe has been keeping score in silence. And now, those karmic threads are tightening. What you're about to hear is not meant to condemn you, but to bring you back to alignment, to give you the final window to shift the course of your fate before that window closes. So breathe deep, stay with me, and listen closely, because the stars are no longer whispering, they are sounding the alarm. You may have noticed it, Leo. Those restless dreams that wake you just before dawn, filled with symbols you don't understand but can't forget. The unsettling feeling that someone, something is watching you when you're alone. Not with malice, but with a heavy knowing. The sudden cascade of misfortunes that seem too perfectly timed to be coincidence. These are not random. They are the final tremors before the quake. The spiritual warnings sent by your higher self, by the universe, by the karmic forces that govern balance. They are not here to scare you, but to shake you awake, because the cycle has reached its final stage. In the language of karma, there are 3 phases: the warning, the ultimatum, and the execution. And Leo, you are no longer in the realm of warnings. You are standing at the edge of the ultimatum, where the universe asks, not gently but urgently, will you change, or must change be forced upon you? The energy surrounding you now is thick with reckoning. Memories from the past returning, old wounds reopened, relationships collapsing under the weight of truth long buried. You are not being punished. You are being given one last chance to reconcile with everything you thought was over but never truly was. And if you continue to ignore the signs, if you continue to outrun yourself, then karma, precise and unrelenting, will do what it always does: restore the balance you disrupted. This is your moment to decide whether you will walk into the fire voluntarily, to be transformed, or be dragged into it by force. And so, Leo, let me speak plainly, because this is not the time for soft language or diluted truth. If the path remains unchanged, the loss you are about to face will be vast and personal. For some of you, it may come as a sudden collapse in finances, a once steady stream drying up overnight, partnerships unraveling, deals slipping through your hands like smoke. For others, it will pierce deeper, a public fall from grace, the shattering of your image, or the exposure of secrets you thought were buried beyond reach. Some will feel it in the body, a mysterious ailment, a heaviness that no doctor can explain, but that weighs your spirit down day by day. And for many, it will manifest in the heart. Love lost, loyalty broken, connections severed at the root, not because you are unloved, but because the karmic debt has come due, and the universe is reclaiming what was taken unfairly. This isn't punishment, Leo. It's purification, and it rarely comes gently. I've seen this before. Years ago, there was another Leo who came to me, proud and unwavering, laughing at the stars even as they cried out to him. He had the same fire you do, the same charm, the same ability to bend others to his will. He ignored the visions, dismissed the omens, and chose to believe that karma was a myth designed to scare the weak. When the reckoning came, it didn't knock. It tore the door off its hinges. In less than a year, he lost everything, his fortune drained by legal battles, his partner walked away with tearful resolve. His body grew frail under the weight of unspoken guilt, and his nights were haunted by dreams of things he could not undo. When he came back to me, he wasn't looking for answers, he was begging for time. But karma had already closed the window, and all that remained was silence. That silence, Leo, is what I am trying to save you from. The signs are already in your field if you dare to look. Your aura, once golden and radiant, now shows fractures, thin gray lines like hairline cracks on glass, growing wider with each lie you tell yourself, each apology you refuse to make. Your lion, your sacred animal of power, limps through the astral plane with eyes dulled and mane dimmed, wounded by your choices and too tired to protect you. Your chakras are blocked, especially the heart, the throat, and the solar plexus, where truth, courage, and self-worth are meant to live. The energy should flow like a river, but in you, it is still and stagnant, dammed up by years of denial. These are not metaphors, they are real, energetic imprints that every seer, every empath, every true spiritual guide would feel the moment you step into their space. And if you feel tired for no reason, if you sense that something is watching you in the corners of the night, if your reflection feels unfamiliar even in the mirror, know this. The reckoning has already begun, and it will not stop until you remember who you were meant to be. This is the moment, Leo, when the call to act is no longer a suggestion, it is a necessity. You are standing at the crossroads of spirit and consequence, and the path you choose now will echo far beyond this lifetime. You must begin the process of restoration with intention, not just hope. Speak the words out loud. Libero mi karma. I release my karma. Or pago mis deudas. I pay my debts. These are not just phrases. They are declarations to the universe that your soul is ready to return to alignment, that you no longer run from the truth, but stand in it, willing to bear what is yours and surrender what no longer belongs. Write them, say them, claim them, because words have power, and your silence has cost you long enough. It is time to enter the circle of cleansing, to participate in a ritual of protection, one not built on fear, but on remembrance. You must reawaken your connection to the divine forces that once walked with you. Begin with simple offerings. Light a white candle for clarity, a black candle for release. Burn frankincense or sandalwood to cleanse the old energy. If you can, speak your regrets aloud. Name them, acknowledge them, give them back to the earth. Call upon your ancestors, but do not expect them to answer if you have ignored their guidance too long. Some of you may already feel it, the absence of their warmth, the quiet where there used to be signs and dreams and synchronicities. That is not your imagination. The spirits who once stood guard, your guardian ancestors, your protectors, your divine allies, have withdrawn, not out of anger, but because spiritual law cannot support a soul that actively violates its own destiny. You see, Leo, the universe is merciful, but it is not foolish. There comes a point when even the most patient of spirits must step back and allow you to face the harvest of your own sowing, and many of you are already there. If you've noticed your luck drying up, your plans crumbling inexplicably, your heart growing colder no matter how much you try to distract it, that is the vacuum left behind when protection is lifted. You are not cursed, but you are exposed. And in this exposed state, every negative force that you've called, through manipulation, pride, cruelty, or avoidance, is circling back, drawn to you like moths to a flame. You must reclaim your spiritual integrity before the flame consumes what little remains of your foundation. This is the beginning of your redemption, if you choose it. But redemption is not a passive process. It is a sacred battle of will, of humility, and of truth. And the longer you wait, the more ground you lose. Not because you are unworthy, but because karma does not wait for hesitation. It respects only movement toward light, toward accountability, toward a new kind of power that no longer feeds off others, but lifts them. So I ask you, with the gravity of the stars behind me, will you answer the call before it is too late? Or will you let the silence grow deeper until even the universe stops whispering your name? If you continue to delay, Leo, if you continue to convince yourself that there is still time, still room to maneuver, still loopholes in the laws of spirit, you will find yourself caught in a karmic spiral so dense and relentless that no amount of willpower, charm, or cleverness will pull you out. This is not a spiral that punishes. It binds. It weaves your every action, every reaction, every refusal into a web that tightens with each passing day, not because you are evil, but because you are resisting transformation. And resistance in this phase of your soul's journey is the most dangerous act of all. Once this vortex locks you in, it does not let go easily. You may find yourself repeating the same emotional betrayals, attracting the same broken relationships, falling into the same financial traps, speaking the same lies to yourself in 1,000 different forms, and all the while, the world will appear to move forward while you remain stuck in an invisible prison of your own making. And it's not just opportunities that you'll lose, it's grace. The quiet luck you once had, the doors that opened just in time, the people who believed in you even when you gave them nothing, those are gifts born from spiritual credit, from the reservoir of goodness you once carried. That reservoir is nearly dry now. The energy that once protected you has been replaced by the echoes of your own actions, and those echoes have taken shape. The moments have been ripped away in the last few hours, and those echoes have taken shape. In the unseen world, Leo, there are forces that feed on imbalance. Call them shadows, entities, karmic weights, whatever you choose. They are not imaginary. They are real, and they are circling you now, drawn to the cracks in your aura, to the wounds you refuse to heal, to the pain you caused that was never accounted for. These forces do not need your permission. You invited them the moment you betrayed your own integrity. And if you do not begin the work of unraveling this now, if you do not purify, reconcile, and return to your path, they will not simply influence your life. They will drive it. I do not say this to frighten you. I say this because the karmic tribunal has already convened. The judgment is not pending. It is underway. This is not the whisper before the storm. This is the sound of the gavel hitting the stone. The phase of warning has passed. The window of mercy is narrowing. And the silence from your spirit guides is not absence. It is their final act of surrender, stepping back so that the law of universal balance can carry out what must be done. There is still a sliver of time, yes, but it is not soft, and it does not wait for your emotions to catch up. Mercy is not a guarantee. It is a grace that must be earned, especially now. So let me be as clear as the night sky. This is your trial, Leo. And though the world may not see it, your soul knows. You are being measured not by what you say, but by what you choose next. And if you choose nothing, if you let fear or pride hold you still, then karma will choose for you. And what it chooses is never gentle. It is exact, and it is final. And so, Leo, if these words stir something deep in your chest, if even a small part of you recognizes the truth beneath the weight of denial, then I urge you, not tomorrow, not later, but now, to choose differently. The path of redemption is narrow, yes, but it is still open. You are not beyond repair. You are not beyond love, but love, real love, begins with truth. And the truth is, your soul is tired of running from itself. This is your invitation to stop, to turn inward, and to take radical responsibility for every wound, every lie, every detour from your higher self. Do not look for a savior outside you. The only one who can alter this fate is the you who chooses light, even in darkness. If you're ready, write it. I choose to awaken. Say it aloud. Let the universe hear you, let the shadows hear you, let your ancestors know you are willing to return to the sacred contract you were born with. Light your candle, cleanse your space, begin the ritual of return, and remember, karma is not here to destroy you. It is here to restore what you were meant to become, if you are willing to let go of who you no longer are. Until next time, Protect your energy, walk with humility, and never forget. What you do in this moment will echo across lifetimes. I'm Luna Celestine, and I'll be here, watching the stars and waiting for you to rise.